What's going on, everybody? This is an episode from the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast. Do you like podcasts and you want to see the full podcast? Make sure you check out the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast on all your podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, among many others. But you're listening to the episode right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit that like button and below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to NC Studios and NC Level Up for all your gaming needs. This is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. So, you know, when it came to NXT doing crossovers, TNA like, well, we got our Against All Odds show, which was on June 14th, which was 5 days after TakeOver Battleground. And honestly, on this show, it wasn't, you know, I didn't watch the show, but I did catch two of the things that happened because first of all, I don't like the system, be honest with you. But Jordan Grace had an open challenge for the Knockouts World Championship. And who answered it? It was Tatum Paxley. Because why wouldn't it have been? Because she was she stole her title on NXT. Well, now she's in Impact. And she answered the challenge. And I'm just like, well, because you know Jordan Grace wasn't going to lose that match. So, you know, Tatum Paxley's on there to make her look good. And also, Ashby Elegance had like a seat out there too. Cause I'm sorry, I'm not feeling the whole Ashby Elegance thing. Are you feeling that at all? I'm gonna take that as a
no, because it's trying to be the Tony Storm Marilyn Monroe.
Well, Timeless Tony Storm is doing it so much better.
Obviously.
And yeah, I ended that shit first. But yeah, Jordan Grace beats Tatum Paxley. Then they had a Broken Rules match for the TNA World Championship. It was Moose that took on Broken Matt Hardy. First of all, it's good to have Broken Matt Hardy back, even though he still ain't got no damn knees. And that matchup was actually pretty hardcore. Moose was bumping around for Matt Hardy pretty well. There's a time where he got his old New England Patriots helmet, and he tried to charge Matt Hardy with a pound something, but Matt Hardy showed it back, tossed him to the outside of the ring. And he fell on a ladder, broke the ladder. Matt Hardy takes his own ass, puts Moose on the table, goes to the top of the ladder, gives him a fucking leg drop from the top. Like, man, did you not learn anything from that steel cage match with Edge? How you busted your whole shit. You remember that steel cage match, right, Pryor?
Mm-hmm.
That Unforgiven 2005. You bust his whole shit doing them leg drops from that fucking high. Bruh, no thank you. Well, Moose still ends up winning. Oh, first of all, because they call her Rebecca Hardy. That's still Reby, isn't it?
Yeah, Reby.
Reby, excuse me. She gets into the ring because some girl that be hanging with the system, I'm guessing, hit the candlestick on Matt Hardy. Well, she got took her earrings off and they started fighting. There was a table set up.
That's Alicia Edwards.
Alicia Edwards, okay.
That's Eddie Edwards' wife.
Gotcha. Okay, because Eddie Edwards is part of the system, so that makes sense. Him and Brian Myers. There's a table set up in the corner.
Real quick, yeah. Because so I don't know if you remember, but Eddie Edwards was a part of this tag team called the American Wolves.
Yes, I do remember the Wolves. Desmond Wolf?
No, it was him, Eddie Edwards, and Davey. I forgot the other guy. I'm sorry.
Dave Smith.
No, it was Davey. I don't want to say Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, but that could be it.
Okay, but I do remember that team. I do remember the Wolves.
So, you know, Matt Hardy's son name is Wolfgang.
Good Lord.
Yes. So, I don't know how I seen this segment. How I popped up on my TV on my Twitter, but he would, for some reason, Eddie Edwards is in the woods talking to Wolfgang, and the Wolfgang was like, it's a full moon now. He was like, so? He's like, so? Wolf to wolf, aren't you a wolf? He was like, yeah, I'm an American wolf. I used to be. He was like, used to be? You're a wolf right now. And he started barking, and then Eddie Edwards turned into a wolf. Like thriller style, like turned into a wolf.
That's insane.
And I'm like, I don't know if that's a good segment or a cringy segment. I don't know quite yet what to think of it. I just know I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'm like, this Matt Hardy universe, whatever. Like anything flows like this.
Yeah, like, was this like? This is back in this. This wasn't recent, right? It can't be recent because he's part of the system now. But yeah, damn no, I missed. I gotta look that up. I missed that play. I missed that. Jeez. Well, Rebby, there's a table step in the corner. Matt Hardy goes to spirit move to the table, but then he pulls Rebby and then he spins Rebby to the table, takes Rebby out. So then at the end, the system comes out, starts beating down Rebby and Matt Hardy, and then Nick Nair comes out there to help him, but that don't work. Then Joe Hendry comes out there to help him, but that don't work. But you know what's going to help him? You know what's going to help him? It's that Jeff Hardy music. Jeff Hardy makes his way back to TNA. Not WWE. He left AEW. He's back in TNA wrestling. And he goes and takes people out with the chair. And then he gives Moose the twist of fate. Then Matt gives him his twist of fate. And then he goes up and gives Moose a swanton bomb. That old ass. I
have to say something before. I gotta say like two things.
Say it.
For one, I don't know how I feel about them using the Hardy music in TNA now.
Yeah.
Because yes, it is stock music, but it's like, if that's the case, I should have just kept the same song forever. Like, I'm sorry, y'all use your TNA music, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, but the TNA ring must be set up differently. Am I correct?
Then Impact, because Impact still uses a 4-square ring now.
No, I'm talking about like then like 8, because like no offense to TNA, but like when he was climbing up the ropes, it looked like smaller, or it looked like much of a climb,
yeah,
and then
they
the
look like
ropes
they
wobbly and stuff.
You right, it like the top about to hit the ground because so much weight was on top of them.
Yeah, but then again, I'm like, it don't look like the pole is taller. I like it just looks. They must got a smaller ring or something. Because like the other poles is like, oh, it's this much of a climb, or it's a climb. This one looked like he took 2 feet. He could jump and he was on top rope.
It did look a little bit smaller. I do know WWE and NXT they use the standard 20x20 ring. I do know that
and AEW do too.
Yeah. I do know that sometimes in independents or even I remember Ring of Honor used to use a smaller ring also with looser ropes. I do remember that. So it's a possibility Impact could be using they don't use the standard 20x20. They use a smaller one. And
they need to use that 6-sided ring. They want to be real, but hey, that's cool.
Well, I don't know how they feel about it because like I said, I don't know if they want to bring that back. Cause like I said, I remember what AJ said he hated that ring.
Well, AJ don't got to take bumps in it no more. So.
So I don't know. I mean, I would love the Octagon ring to come back, but I can understand it's just like it's more confusing for the wrestlers.
Can they at least bring it back for a pay-per-view? Like, so?
I can agree with you on that one. Like a lockdown, 6 sides of steel. I used to love the 6 sides of steel thing.
I'm just saying, y'all was talking about bring all this good TNA stuff back, but then like still got 4 sides. It's just like, come on, like at least compromise with us here. Some do the 2 tunnels or something. Like, oh no, go back to the impact zone or something. Bring that mic today or something.
Oh man.
Oh wait. No, never mind.
No. I know that Don West is the one that's gone.
Wait, which one of them died?
Don West.
Okay, all right. Okay, so they can bring that mic today.
Yeah. Look, I'll say this. I'm liking the crossovers that they're doing with WWE and TNA. I think it works for them. And for AEW to do the crossover with New Japan, them doing the crossover with this, I'm cool with that. How long is it going to last? Like, how far is it going to go? If we're even going to get an NXT versus TNA pay-per-view, I don't know. But I'm curious. First of all, I don't know if they can agree to that because no company is going to want to see their top champions or anything like that lose that often, or at least that cleanly. So I mean, I get it, but still, I'm enjoying this crossover stuff. And I'm guessing you would say the same, correct?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I wish we can get like bigger match, even though nobody wants to have that top person lose. But I wish we get bigger moments, though. You know.
Well, like I said, with this battle royal coming up, if I see Moose in it, I think that would be kind of dope. I think that would kind of be kind of dope when
Yeah, I want something like even with you know when WCW first closed and people was coming over from WCW, and we were still getting Sean Stasiak and all that. We would just be like but then we was getting bigger names. Then it was like, okay, this means more because I don't want to have them talk about WWE and I'm like, all right, you know.
Yeah.